Hi, this is Pete Hurd, Secretary Treasurer with the Iowa Federation of Labor, AFL-CIO, and I also serve as the lobbyist. And we are at the end of week 2 of the 22 Iowa legislative session, and we're kind of off to a rocky start to begin with. Last week, there was a lot of attacks on the education system, on teachers, and workers in general. And we're going to see a lot of legislation come through this year that's going to be kind of tied to a lot of that. The first bill that I was in a subcommittee for this year was HSB 511. It wants to increase ratios per child to daycare provider, and they want to increase, they have problems filling daycare positions, right? That's surprising. But instead of actually trying to find other solutions to the problem, they just want to increase the amount of kids that a daycare provider can watch. We feel that that's safety problems for the children. It's hard on the workers who are in those positions trying to fill that. And rather than actually fix the problem, they just want to change the rules. So we oppose that bill, and we'll be monitoring that going forward. One positive bill that is moving is SF 496. It passed the Senate last year. It's a ban on non-compete contracts for low-wage workers, people who make less than double the minimum wage. I always use the example of a person who worked at a local pizzeria, and then they didn't even know they signed this non-compete contract. And they worked there for 6 months, and their contract was terminated. Their job was terminated. They went to go work at another place and found out that they have a non-compete clause where they couldn't work at a place that sold or made pizza within 50 miles. And the person got a $10,000 lawsuit put on them. This is the type of stuff we see around the state. So we're glad this bill is moving forward, and we'll monitor that as it goes through the House this year. There's a lot of bills attacking educators, and that's something we're really going to monitor and work with the ISEA Teachers Union and make sure that we're educating you on what's going on over there so we can work together to stop some of this bad legislation that comes through. Because right now there's a lot of governing going on off of what's happening on social media, and that's really a real problem because we're not actually addressing issues. We're just solving gripes that people have, and that's not how we should legislate in our state. Last week at the governor's address, she came kind of attacking unemployment. It's a whole new plan that cuts 2 months of benefits. It creates a 1-week waiting period. We're really going to have to stay on top of this as a labor movement. We need to start telling legislators right now that unemployment is not the problem. That's not why people are not working. I'm going to attach a link here today, and then I think you should read it. It's by Dave Swenson. He's an economist with the Iowa State, and he kind of talks a lot about the things that we've been talking about, and that's that the unemployment, people collecting unemployment is not the problem. The problem is people are leaving the workforce. They're not leaving their jobs; they're leaving the workforce, and that's due to a lot of different things, right? Low pay, benefits, daycare costs, and even getting daycare for some people is a real struggle. You know, I think we need to really look at larger solutions to these problems and not just blaming people who lose their job at no fault of their own. That's not the way we should go about it. And make sure you talk to your legislators and your communities about this and get in front of this, because this unemployment bill is going to come, and we're going to have to make sure that we tell legislators that this is not going to happen and it's unacceptable. This is not a Democrat or Republican issue. This is a working class issue. And we all know, those of us who worked and lost our jobs during the last recession, that unemployment came in extremely handy and saved a lot of our homes and helped our families get through that crisis. Now is not the time to make cuts. So I'll keep you up to date on what's going on. If you have any questions, reach out to us at the Iowa Federation of Labor. My email is peter@iowaaflcio.org. I'd be happy to work with you or figure out what I can help you understand a little better. But check out that article and stay in touch. We'll get through this together. Thank you.